Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's unforgettable icon. 1. Challenging childhood years, the foundations of strong character. The beginning of Marilyn Monroe's life was shaped by the difficult childhood years in which she grew up. Born in Los Angeles on June 1, 1926, Monroe, born Norma Jean Mortensen, was born into an environment where her father was unknown and her mother, Gladys Baker, suffered from mental health problems. Due to her mother's mental health issues, Monroe was left motherless when she was only a few weeks old, marking a tragic beginning to her life. During this period, young Norma Jean came into the care of different families, and her childhood years were spent in constant uncertainty. Monroe grew up in orphanages, where she frequently encountered challenges such as abandonment and lack of belonging. However, these difficult childhood years caused Monroe to gain inner strength, develop resilience, and a will to survive. This period was where Monroe laid the foundations of her character. Orphanage life led him to develop his ability to empathize and increase his sensitivity to other people's suffering. The experiences he gained during this period contributed to his emotional depth on stage and in front of the camera in the following years. By turning these difficult childhood years into a source of strength, Monroe was preparing to shine not only with her beauty but also with her inner strength. The difficulties during this period foreshadowed the struggles Monroe would face for the rest of her life. However, his inner resilience and endurance were one of the key elements that would enable him to stand out among Hollywood's shining stars. Her difficult childhood years were a complex mosaic piece of Monroe's life and a critical starting point for understanding her story. 2. Stepping into a modeling career, the meeting of beauty and art. Monroe stepping into a modeling career, which was a turning point in her life, was shaped by her discovery at a young age and her transition in front of the camera. In 1945, photographs of Monroe, who was still named Norma Jean, attracted the attention of a photographer, and this event helped the young woman open the doors of Hollywood. Monroe's move into a modeling career was marked not only by external beauty but also by the natural talent she displayed in front of the cameras. Her entry into the world of modeling was the first step towards her shining under the bright lights of Hollywood. During this period, Monroe's sense of beauty and natural stance in front of the camera made her a model preferred by many fashion magazines and advertising campaigns. Not only a face but also a standout with her energy and charm, Monroe quickly became a rising star in the modeling world. The experiences Monroe gained during this period also prepared her transition to an acting career. His ability to express himself in front of the camera would make him different not only in photographs but also in the world of cinema. Her modeling career was the point where Monroe met art, and this was an important milestone on her path to legendary status in Hollywood. Monroe's launch into her modeling career was a critical time for her to discover her combination of beauty and talent. Her success in the fashion world gave her confidence and helped her hone her abilities for self-expression. The style and stance he acquired during this period laid the foundations for him to become one of Hollywood's most iconic stars in the following years. Her modeling career was a kick-off moment where Monroe experienced the perfect combination of beauty and artistry. 3. The process of becoming Hollywood's favorite, glittering rise and iconization. After Monroe's successful step into her modeling career, the young talent was about to open the doors of Hollywood. By the early 1950s, Monroe's name had the potential to resonate in the world of cinema. Monroe, who took her first important step with the movie The Asphalt Jungle, 1950, attracted attention with her performance in this period. As she began to shine in the world of cinema, Monroe's process of becoming Hollywood's favorite progressed rapidly. Between 1950 and 1953, he introduced himself as a different actor by taking roles in important productions such as All About Eve and Niagara. Her performances during this period proved that she was not only a beauty but also a talented actress. This rise in Monroe's career was matched not only by her talents but also by her beauty and charm. Her blonde hair and seductive looks earned her the title of sex symbol, and this formed the basis of her iconization in Hollywood history. Monroe's status as a style icon also had a huge impact on the fashion and beauty world. Women tried to adopt his style. Another important film during this period was Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953. This film was a turning point in Monroe's career as it showcased her comedic talents. Especially the scene called Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend was etched in memory as one of her most unforgettable performances and took the young star to the top of Hollywood. Monroe's combination of beauty and talent made her one of the most sought-after actresses in Hollywood. The popularity he gained during this period turned his every step into an event. Tabloids and newspapers began to constantly follow Monroe's private life. During this period, her marriages and romantic relationships were also in the focus of the media. This brilliant period of Monroe's career showed that she was more than just a movie star. He became an icon and had his name written in golden letters as one of Hollywood's brightest stars. However, behind this period, the turmoil and difficulties in his personal life also left their shadows. Monroe's process of becoming Hollywood's favorite was a reminder of how brilliant her rise was, but also the complexity and internal conflicts she experienced behind this shine. 4. Difficulties in his private life. Monroe's Hollywood career, full of beauty and success, came together with difficulties in her private life. Having been married 3 times, Monroe's first marriage was with the famous baseball player Joe DiMaggio. However, this marriage was short-lived and she later married Arthur Miller. The turmoil in his private life caused the media and cameras to always follow him. Monroe's marriages in particular made her the center of attention in the eyes of the cameras and the tabloid press. His private life, under constant monitoring by the press, made him more than just a Hollywood star. Understanding what impact her personal difficulties during this period had on her career in psychology helps us fully grasp Monroe's tragic story. 5. Memories that left their mark on cinema history. Monroe's career is filled with many moments and scenes that left their mark on cinema history. Her famous skirt-flying scene in The 7-Year Itch, 1955, is one of her most iconic moments. This scene not only created an erotic image, but was also considered a symbol of liberating the female characters. Her performances during this period showed that Monroe stood out not only for her beauty but also for her acting abilities. His successes, especially in comedic and dramatic roles, have made him one of Hollywood's most sought-after and respected actors. 6. Dramatic period and unforgettable performances. After Monroe's shining period in Hollywood, her career experienced fluctuations due to her personal problems and health difficulties. However, his dramatic roles during this period showed that he was not only a comedy icon, but also an actor who could successfully convey deep emotional expression. Her performances in films such as Bus Stop, 1956, and Some Like It Hot, 1959, showcase Monroe's diversity and talents on stage. Despite her difficulties during this period, Monroe's stage presence and impressive acting ensured her a special place in Hollywood history. 7. His sudden farewell and legacy. Monroe's life ended tragically in 1962 at just 36 years old. His death is still the focus of much speculation and debate. However, his legacy continues with his influence on the world of cinema and his permanence in popular culture. Monroe's unforgettable beauty and talent made her a timeless icon. Monroe's sudden farewell was a great loss not only for her fans, but also for the world of cinema. However, his legacy lives on even today. Even after her death, Monroe's films, photography, and style continue to influence new generations of artists, designers, and actors. 8. Continuation of his legacy. After Monroe's death, her legacy and influence never ended. Still considered an icon around the world, Monroe has become a source of many references and inspiration in popular culture. His films, photography, and style continue to have a profound impact on many artists, designers, and actors even today. Marilyn Monroe's life is a tragedy filled with a childhood full of difficulties, a shining career in Hollywood, turmoil in her private life, and an unexpected death. However, her unforgettable performances, alluring beauty, and lasting impact on the world of cinema have made her immortal. Even today, Monroe's life and career remain a source of inspiration for moviegoers, history buffs, and art lovers.